Alrighty, good afternoon folks, wide and far. Welcome to DuePoint. If you're on our live stream, wherever you may be in South Africa, Jane is on the live chat. Let us know where you are, how many guests you have with you, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the live chat. Jane is manning the live chat. I'm sure she'll be able to answer any questions that you might have as we go through this. This is a business introductory presentation that's going to take about 35 minutes, so it's fairly short and sharp. It's to the point, it's succinct, and I'm hoping to give you all the information that you need to be able to make an informative decision at the end of the 35 minutes, because this is very much a business proposition. It is an invitation to join us in this business, and so I'm hoping you're able to make that decision by the end of the 35 minutes. And for those of you that are watching this and not being able to engage on the live chat, reserve your questions until after the presentation, and then I'm sure the person hosting you will be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. If you have any other questions, you are most welcome to call us at head office and speak to client service. All right, so let's begin. As you can see, we're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company. We have been in business for nearly 70 years now, so we are a very well-established business. DuePoint, however, as a division was formed 3.5 years ago. So in February 2016, we launched DuePoint to the public, when a number of aspirations and factors came together for the founders of this business. So we're going to go through those factors because it'll give you relevance as to DuePoint's necessity and what we serve, or at least what we'll be serving you. So number one, economic and risk factors. One of our greatest aspirations as founders of the business is to create social impact with DuePoint. And so that social impact is very much financial impact. And that's really why you are watching this presentation right now. And it's typically only one reason why you're watching this presentation, and that is because your interest has been piqued with regards to creating additional income. So we are here about the money, all right, as brash as it may sound. And so DuePoint serves to create economic impact in the community and the country that we work within. And so what we've done is we've created an opportunity built around social entrepreneurship. So this is very much a business built around community. And our mandate becomes, you and I together, the proposition of this partnership is for us together to go out and help DuePoint grow its business, its brand in South Africa. And so your mandate becomes to help us create what we call channels of distribution. And I'm going to speak about channels of distribution a lot in this presentation. I'll even show you what one looks like so that you have an understanding what you're doing. But your mandate is to go out and connect people to this business, exactly the same way you were connected to this business. And if you're able to connect people successfully into DuePoint, help us grow this business together, and then you stand in line to enjoy a lot of the benefits that are afforded you in the DuePoint system. So primarily, number one is, yes, you get to create additional income. The nature of the income we produce is very important to discern, because I trust that out of necessity, you have perhaps been looking at many opportunities out there. And so it's very important for you to start educating yourself to the pros and cons of various benefits that various businesses offer. One of the greatest ones we offer is the ability to create recurring income. You almost get to share in a royalty in the recurring income that we as an insurance company creates here at DuePoint. And this mitigates a lot of risk that we find ourselves within the circumstances that we find ourselves in here in South Africa. And so understanding the value of recurring income is very important. We are all constrained by activity-based income. Right? And so as employees, you'll know this very well. You know that you have to start work at a certain time, you get to go home at a certain time, you get a lunch hour, maybe you get a tea break, you get a certain amount of leave every year, and you even get a certain amount of sick days afforded to you. And that is the constraint that you have to work within to create any income. And if anything threatens your ability to be active, right, it threatens your ability to create income. It threatens your livelihood. And so there's huge inherent risk with activity-based income. Here at DuePoint, we don't pay you for activity. We pay you for the channel of distribution that you build, and we pay you in the fashion of recurring income. As an insurance company, we can very easily predict how much money we're going to generate next month, right? Because we create recurring income. The book value that we have creates this income on an ongoing basis. We don't start at zero at the end of every single month. And so you get to share in this royalty. You almost become shareholders in this business without any of the inherent risk, right? And so recurring income becomes very powerful from a business opportunity point of view. Then we've got the power duplication and the technology that we've invested in this business. And so you need to engage in these two benefits. These are opportunities here within DuePoint. Number one, power duplication. We allow you to enjoy the benefit of having a team around you that helps you build a channel of distribution. Right? A team can build your income, your channel of distribution, much faster than you could on your own. Right? And way more effectively. You get to enjoy exponential growth in your income if you tap into that benefit, that opportunity here at DuePoint. And at the same time, engage in the technology that we've invested in, that we've built here at DuePoint, because it makes business a lot easier and much more convenient. You can start building your channel anywhere in South Africa, regardless of time of day, regardless of your location, and you can build a national channel distribution here at DuePoint. And so tap into that, because we don't have printed forms. We are not constrained by time and geography anymore. You can build a channel anywhere in the country with very little effort from your point of view, and absolutely no cost involved in doing that. Then we've got no startup capital. We've designed this business to have a very low barrier to entry. Why? Because we want to achieve social impact. And we can't do that if there is massive risk attached to this opportunity. So we could say to you, well, DuePoint is the greatest opportunity that there is in the country at the moment. But what opportunity would that be if we attached a risk to it? What happens if we said, well, there is a 20,000 Rand starter fee, or you have to buy a registration kit that costs you 5,000 Rand, or we've got all these boxes of product that you have to invest in that's going to cost you 10,000 Rand. That wouldn't achieve what we need this business to be as accessible as possible to all South Africans. And so we've designed it to have almost no risk. So you're at liberty to try to do this business, to get engaged, to try out this partnership without any fear. You get to try this business, even if you're skeptical, because you've got nothing to lose at the end of the day. At the same time, we don't have qualifications or experience requirements. Again, we make it as accessible as possible. And for me, one of the most important benefits is knowing that you're building an asset that you have ownership over. Ownership is key to creating wealth. And so know that the time that you spend, the time that you sacrifice every week in trying to build your channel of distribution to be bigger and greater, in growing your income, know that that channel that you're building, you have legal tender over it. It means you own your channel of distribution. It cannot retrench you. It's not going to stop paying you when you get to retirement. And even upon death, assets don't disappear. You get to pass wealth onto the next generation. You get to create legacy in this lifetime, right? Think of the antithesis of that, where most of us spend 45, 50 years working for somebody else, where we have no ownership. We don't get to enjoy the upside of the businesses that we work for, but we're all forced to experience the downside. Right? If the business struggles, there's retrenchments. Then we don't get a raise every year. Inflation is running around, but we can't keep up with inflation because of the economy, because of the business, because of the industry that we work in. But when the companies start doing well, we don't get to share in that upside. We don't suddenly get a bonus if we've done better. You don't get a dividend check if the company's doing well. We don't have shares. And so why do we invest 45 years working for somebody else when we have nothing to show for it when we get to retirement? Start investing in opportunity where you have ownership over the asset that you build. And that's what you get to do here at DuePoint. And then finally, there's no selling involved at DuePoint. If you thought, oh dear, I'm going to become an insurance salesman, don't worry, I'm the insurance salesman. Your mandate is purely to connect people to opportunity. And that's a wonderful thing, because what you're doing is you're going out and spreading good news. You're spreading news and opportunity of something that can impact people's lives. And that's all you have to do. You've got to just convince someone to just come sit down and spend 30 minutes with us. And that 30 minutes, this 30 minutes that you're watching now, is enough to be able to tell you whether this is something worthwhile getting involved in. At the same time, our products are financial in nature. They are not tangible products. There are no boxes in our foyer. You don't have to worry about stock and distribution. We've got IT systems that take care of all of that without you even having to bat an eyelid or worry about any stock and distribution. But your success is very much dependent on your ability to build this thing called a channel of distribution. So it begins with you. You become a wealth engineer and a product owner here at DuePoint, and now you go out and start telling people about DuePoint, connecting them to the opportunity. Some of those people are going to see this opportunity and what it can do in their lives. And so they will become wealth engineers and product owners. And so this example, we show you 5 people that you've connected into your channel. That is the beginning of your channel of distribution. This is where the power of duplication lies. This is where leverage lies. This is where exponential growth lies. Right? Because this channel that you're building, every dot is representing a person that's paying for a product that's earning you a monthly return from DuePoint. And this is the asset that pays out recurring income. Next month in August, you can do absolutely nothing. Right? If you've built a channel and next month you do nothing, you don't tell anyone about DuePoint, are you going to get paid from DuePoint? A lot of people think they won't. But I'm here to tell you that DuePoint will pay you. Why? Because we don't pay you for activity. We pay you for the channel of distribution that you've spent time building. We pay you for the asset. That asset is what is creating recurring income. The asset is where wealth lies. And our business is about wealth creation. So that's what a channel of distribution looks like. This is going to be focused on building. People understand, well, how much does DuePoint pay? Exactly. So let's go through the mechanics of that. It's fairly straightforward to understand. It is based on a R27.50 fee that you earn for every product that is paid successfully in your qualified channel. Right? So let's look at the example of how your channel started to grow. Those first 5 people you introduced, we call that your first point. Anyone you introduce to DuePoint falls on your first point. And on your first point, we actually pay you 55 Rand for every product every month. Remember, it's recurring income. And so if you had 10 people on your first point, you would be earning 550 Rand. You could extrapolate that over a year into annuity income and say that's 6,000 Rand annually that you're earning from DuePoint every single year. When your first pointers go out and start connecting other people, those individuals fall on your second point. And on your second point, you can see according to the table, you earn 55 Rand again. And so if you had 100 people on your first and second point, you would be earning 5,500 Rand a month. That's 60,000 Rand annually. Right? So on and so forth. And as your channel grows to the 3rd point, the 4th point, all the way out to the 8th point, you're still earning from DuePoint. That multiplier starts to drop steadily as the product gets further away from you. But we don't limit you to point 8. So from point 8 in theory to infinity, you will still earn 4% of the R27.50 and know that DuePoint doesn't limit the size of your channel. You can grow your qualified channel to any size you want. We don't limit how much you can earn at DuePoint. One of our aspirations is to create lifetime relationships with the people that decide to partner with us, not short-term relationships. We don't want to see people coming in for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. We want to see people engaged and committed to this business over a lifetime. Perhaps that becomes an easier decision for you to make when you know that DuePoint doesn't place any limitation on how much money you can earn at DuePoint. People still want to understand, well, how much activity is required to build a channel of distribution? How much time are we talking about spending with DuePoint? What is this commitment that you're trying to get from us? Well, this should give you a good idea. Our business is about wealth creation. We think that is afforded through the ability to create recurring income. But how much money can you earn over a certain amount of time? So we've got this very accurate projection that will show you a journey over 5 years. Right? The premise is that you can connect 2 people every single month onto your first point. And if you can do that, at the 6th month mark, you're earning about 2,500 Rand. This is a wonderful point to illustrate the power of money, because what we do, and I do all the time, this is something I recognized in myself and decided to start sharing with everyone in the intro presentation, is that we think like consumers. Consumers give money spending value. If I say 2,500 Rand, I hardly ever look at 2,500 Rand. So if I started suddenly earning 2,500 Rand extra, I've probably got a couple of things that I'd like to buy that month, right? Or I might go to lunch a little more often, or I might buy coffees out before I get to work. And this is how consumers think. This is the majority of our population. This is what our economy requires. The economy requires consumers, but consumers do not become wealthy. And so if you really want to become wealthy, one of the things you have to start adopting is the ability to look at money and see the leverage that it affords you, especially if it's recurring income, right? This is not a sales based. This is not commission based. This is not once-off income. This is recurring income. And the power of recurring income is that you can start using it to create more money. We can turn that 2,500 Rand into 900,000 Rand in 11 years. How do you do that? Pay your debt off a little bit faster. In this example, we've got a 1 million Rand bond, right? Typically over 20 years, you're going to be paying that bond off. If you just stick 2,500 Rand extra into that bond every single month, you won't pay the bond off in 20 years. You'll do it in nearly half the time, 11 and a half years, and save yourself nearly 900,000 Rand in interest that you would have paid to the bank otherwise. At month 12, you're earning nearly 9,000 Rand a month. After 24 months, you're nearly 28,000 Rand a month. Do you see you've got exponential growth afforded to you in this business? After 36 months, we are close to 46,000 Rand a month. After 4 years, you're close to about 70,000 Rand a month. And then after 5 years, we are heading towards 85,000 Rand a month, which is about R1 million in annual recurring income. And now I know, because often when I look at the audience and I look at the faces and I go through these numbers and they get bigger and bigger every single month, I know I lose some of you because the number has become too big for you to contemplate realistically, right? And so you don't have to focus on getting to 85,000 Rand a month on 6 months. Just focus on tomorrow. That's all you have to do in this business. All you have to do is focus on tomorrow. Plan tomorrow. Plan to just tell a couple of people about DuePoint. And statistically, the people that you talk to are going to be sitting down in this presentation, some of which will become wealth engineers, and so your channel gets to grow every single month. And if you can get your qualified channel to grow even a little bit every single month, you're able to give yourself a raise in your DuePoint return every single month, right? And this is something we're certainly not used to, because we're used to getting, if we're lucky, maybe a 3% raise annually, right? Once a year, while inflation is running away at 10, 15% a year. And so one of the things that's very important for us at DuePoint is to bring real people up onto stage. So every month, we've got a very special intro presentation called Tell All Tuesday. We get to invite real wealth engineers who are doing this business so that you can see realistically what people are doing. And I'll remind you, everybody is different, right? But let's take a look at some of the people. So one of the ladies we invited up this month, lovely lady Natasha. She's from Port Elizabeth. She's been in the business for 2.5 years. She's generating a return of nearly 9,000 Rand a month. And you can see how she's done it. She's got 13 active people on her first point. Only 13 people are active on her first point, right? But those 13 people have helped her attain a channel that's nearly 400 products in size over 9 points. And that's affording her a return of nearly 9,000 Rand a month. That's equivalent of having about 2 million Rand in a bank account, right? That's how much money, how much cash you would need to derive a monthly interest of 9,000 Rand. I will speak about some of the other wealth engineers a bit later in the presentation, but we've got thousands of testimonies, hundreds of testimonies on our YouTube channel. You're free to go watch those. Like I said, everybody is different in our business, but I remind you that you're at liberty to decide what you want in this business. Decide what you want and make a plan to do it. As I said, all you have to worry about is tomorrow. Tomorrow, are you just going to spend another day? Well, tomorrow's Saturday. So are you going to be sitting on the couch tomorrow, or are you going to go out and start building an asset that affords you wealth and recurring income, and you're building something that you have ownership over for the first time in your life? On top of the returns program, we've got the XP Rewards program. This is very much the cherry on top here at DuePoint, because this is additional benefit that our wealth engineers get to enjoy. When your channel starts growing and it reaches these milestones, we call them ranks. And every time you hit a new rank, well, there's either a tool or some benefit or a cash check waiting for you. So one of the first tools that we give our wealth engineers is at rank 5. It is a business toolkit made up of a lot of the merchandise that we have here at DuePoint, and you get that for free. It's very important when you go out and you start connecting people to this business that you represent DuePoint professionally. Not for our sake, for your sake, because this will allow you to have more success in prospecting. I have a background in advertising, marketing, branding. I understand the power of creating positive first impressions, and you're going to be doing that every time you speak to somebody. And so you don't have to wait for rank 5 before you get merchandise. You can get it on day 1. You can have business cards and a pen and a notebook from DuePoint, so that when you sit down with somebody, they can see that you have belief and that you take this business seriously and that you have a passion for it, and they can start to trust what you say. Right? So the power of merchandise. Then at rank 7, we take it a great step further, where we buy you, or we get manufactured for you, our rank 7 business cards. They cost us about 17,000 Rand to manufacture. They're handmade. They are 4 times thicker. They're on a beautiful black paper. There's no printing that gets done with these cards. They are handmade. They're gold gilded on the edges. The logo is emblazoned in gold. And so when you sit down at a meeting and you're able to show somebody the DuePoint business, but first you put down a 17,000 Rand business card, I promise you it will help your prospecting success. At rank 9, we get to take you and your family to our rank 9 international conference. We only fly business class at DuePoint, so we'll be flying your whole family business class. It is a 5-star luxury resort that we'll be going to, 7 days away. It's an all expenses paid trip, and you get to really experience what it feels like just to spend a week of relaxing, but like a millionaire. And this is just to open your eyes to the possibility of where DuePoint is trying to take you. Right? So take a look. We've documented our last 2 trips. These have both been in Mauritius. And I want you to know that this is available to every single person out there. So I hope you imagined yourself at our Rank 9 International Conference soon. The record is 5 months. By the time you hit Rank 9, you'll have 1,000 products in your qualified channel. And so you'll be earning around 20,000 Rand a month at this stage. You can do it in 5 months, you can do it in 6 months, you can take a year, you can take 2 years, you can take 5 years. It is up to you. is completely dependent on you. You're accountable to what you're doing tomorrow. Are you concentrated on this business? Are you going to spend some time in this business? Right? Rank 9 is waiting for you. Doesn't matter how slowly you grow, make sure you get closer to rank 9 every single month. 2 ranks later, we spend R250,000 buying you a brand new car. We pay for the car cash. It gets placed in your name. There are no DuePoint stickers. It's your car. A little bit of fanfare here at DuePoint as we let you drive your brand new car home, park it in your garage, knowing that there's no installment at the end of the month. There's no debit order. You've got a brand new car that is paid off from day one. Our true aspiration is to see people achieve wealth in this business. And so by rank 11, I think you start to realize it yourself that you're on this journey where you're going to deem yourself very soon a wealthy individual, one that has no debt, one that has created 2 streams of income, one from your employer, one from DuePoint. The one grows every single month. The one pays the bills, right? And so that's our aspiration for all people that just decide to join us in this partnership. But our business is very much built on the backbone of the products that we've innovated for South Africans. And we've made these products purposely accessible without discrimination to all South Africans so that they get to protect the wealth that they spend hours and hours, days and months and years building. And so Access Wealth is our first product. It's an investment and an insurance product rolled into one. It's going to cost you only 324 Rand. 100 Rand of that gets invested into a tax-free investment fund. That's the minimum contribution. If you want to truly take advantage of tax-free legislation in South Africa, you can increase that up to 2,500 Rand a month as a contribution into your investment fund. And then the insurance portion is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. Now, the accessibility of our products is that anyone over the age of 18 can take out the product, and that we don't discriminate against your health status, right? And so know that the price is the same for everybody here at DuePoint. The same goes with WealthGuard. WealthGuard is strictly insurance, so it's only personal accident death cover. It's only going to cost you 249 Rand a month, but you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover with this product. Then we have our family wealth product. This is arguably the best funeral cover product on the market at the moment in South Africa. It starts at 299 Rand a month. You enjoy 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. It covers up to 5 family members. As the principal member, you also get 10,000 Rand of debt protection. So upon your death, not only do you have the funeral cover, but we will pay any liability or debt that you have up to the value of 10,000 Rand. You can increase this cover to 30,000 Rand, as well as up to 10 family members. And again, there are no excluded pre-existing conditions, right? Anyone can get cover under family wealth. You do, however, have to get in on this product under the age of 70, but once you're covered by family wealth, it becomes a whole of life product. We will cover you until the day you die with this product. So wonderful accessibility in family wealth. And then finally, we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to lower the amount of money that we spend every single month. So think about your costs, your monthly expenditure, all those different services and businesses and products that you buy every single month. If you engage in Wealth Points and the partners that we have in our Wealth Points program, for 299 Rand a month, you get to enjoy the discounts and the services afforded to us by these businesses. And so we've tried to cover that vast kind of array of what people typically spend money on. And so we've partnered with airtime providers, data providers, we've got car manufacturers, hotels, restaurants, we've got beauty salons, we've got health partners. We've tried to cover everyone. Groceries, right? Wonderful benefit in this product if you engage in the partners. And those are our 4 products. They are designed to be simple, straightforward, accessible, and the same price for everybody. If you need more information, go to our website. We've got in-depth video reviews on each of the products. For those of us that need money fast, which is all of us, right? We have the Achiever Quest. The Achiever Quest was launched 2 months ago with great fanfare. It's become a very popular incentive here at DuePoint. This incentive allows you to earn up to 16,500 Rand in your first month at DuePoint. You do not have to wait for your channel to build around you. You can start creating a large return for yourself very quickly at DuePoint. How do you do it? You have to connect more than 10 people into your first point who pay successfully in the same month. If you can do that, if you can do 10 people, we'll give you an extra 5,000 Rand. If you're able to do 20 new wealth engineers on your first point, we'll give you 10,000 Rand on top of your returns and rewards. And if you're able to do 30 new wealth engineers on your first point, we will give you an additional 15,000 Rand on top of your monthly return and rewards. And this is something that you can do every single month going forward. And so one of the wealth engineers we brought up this month during Tell Tuesday is Simisihle. She's been in our business for 7 months, but when we launched the Achiever Quest, she's been able to achieve it every single month since we launched it. And so she's boosted her returns by 10,000 Rand, right? So that's 10,000 Rand excluding the return that we paid her every single month. And so take advantage, like Simisihle done. She's taken advantage of the benefit, all the benefit that DuePoint has to offer. For long-term incentives, we've got a wonderful challenge in the 365 challenge. We challenge you to connect 365 people on your first point within your first 365 days as a wealth engineer. If you can achieve that task, well, there's about 1.5 million Rand in value in that over the next 12 months at DuePoint. And so DuePoint can make you a millionaire in your first year at DuePoint, and it doesn't end there. So statistically, if you're able to connect 365 people, you should be around rank 13 or 14. You'll be earning close to about 50,000 Rand a month by this time next year. And if you do it in the time frame, we will give you an extra 365,000 Rand cash check. The rewards that you get along in that journey, you'll have the business pack, the 17,000 Rand business cards. You'll have the rank 9 vacation with your family every single year. You'll have the car parked in your garage with no installment. You'll have a host of cash checks through that journey too. You'll be earning, like I said, about 50,000 Rand. It wouldn't end there, because in your 13th month and your 14th month, you will be able to build on that 50,000 Rand. It should increase and increase and increase. And so there's massive value in taking this task to heart and designing your priorities around this challenge, right? Because there are no losers. Even if you did half this, even if you didn't achieve the 365 people, even if you only did 180, you would still create massive value in being able to build a first point that's 180 individuals that are going out there and helping you build a channel, right? So be very aware of the 365 challenge. The Bloemfontein encounter is next weekend. So next Saturday, on the 20th of July, Brendan is going to be flying down to Bloemfontein. And this is a wonderful opportunity for you to build your channels out the Free State. Don't ever limit yourself to building a channel just around the people that you have wherever you live. Our business has been structured on wonderful technology that allows you to build a channel anywhere in the country. And this is a wonderful opportunity, because not only are you have the ability to build your channel anywhere in the country, but if you've got someone like Brendan going down to do a business seminar in a place like Bloemfontein, which we're doing next Saturday, he's going to help you build your channel there. He is very effective in getting people to see what DuePoint is, to see the value of DuePoint. And so all you have to do, at no cost to yourself, is go out and just call people and invite them to the Bloemfontein encounter, right? Show them the intro, perhaps before they arrive on the day, so they know what's going on, and then see your first point being built out of Bloemfontein. You want a national channel here at DuePoint, not a local channel, a national channel. And so take advantage of this opportunity, because it's going to cost you nothing. All you have to do is go register yourself and your guests on our website under the events tab. So make sure you do that. It's certainly not too late. The decision for me always is, so as I said at the beginning of the presentation, this is very much a business proposition. It requires a decision from you. But the decision is not whether you want all the benefit that DuePoint has to offer, right? We've gone through that. I'm now talking to the people that already see the benefit. They want to get involved. They want to start committing time to this business. And so the decision I'm hoping you will make is the intentional decision of, what am I doing tomorrow? That's all you have to ask yourself every single day. What am I doing tomorrow? Am I going to carry on just working for somebody else like the rest of the country does for 45 years with zero prospects when it comes to retirement? Or tomorrow, do I focus on me? Do I focus on creating wealth? Do I focus and prioritize creating change for my family? That's the decision I hope you're making. How are you going to fit DuePoint into your life tomorrow? because this is a simple business. You only have to tell people about our business. You don't have to convince them of it. That is my job. That is Brendan's job. All you have to do is just connect people to the 35 minutes that we spend introducing them to this wonderful business. I hope that's the decision you get to make. A little bit of background on Constantia, our principles. Perhaps your first step here at DuePoint is one that requires a little bit of faith in our business. But the steps preceding that, I hope, are going to be ones where you are proud of the partnership that you've engaged in, that you can go out and with confidence, you can tell people about this business without any skepticism in your heart. And so it's very important that you go brush up on all your knowledge, educate yourself about DuePoint, about Constantia, go to our website, go to Constantia's website. We are a listed business, so no, we are publicly audited. We're on the Joburg Stock Exchange under Conduit Capital. We are regulated by the financial regulator in South Africa. Right? These are things that should be wonderful ticks in your book when you start weighing up the different business opportunities in South Africa. Right? And so I'm hoping, and this is for your prospecting success, is that you go out there with full confidence that you're with a business that you can commit to long term, because people will see that in your eyes when you try to tell them about DuePoint. And so there's the FSP number that we operate under. Like I said, we are a registered insurer in South Africa. You can go to the FSCA website, type in Constantia, you'll see the host of licenses we have. They're always on display here at our head office for anyone to peruse. And with that, friends, I hope that you have now enough information to make an educated decision as to this business opportunity. And my hope sincerely for every audience that I get to address is that you're able to build prosperity for yourself this year. Not next year, not the year after. Let's focus on the now. Let's not wait until next week. Let's not have to go speak to other people about the business and get everyone's input. You've got everything that you need now to start building wealth. And why can you step forward in this business? Because you've got nothing to lose. We've designed this business to have absolutely no risk. And so I want you to put in 100% effort and see what DuePoint can do for you in your first 30 days here at DuePoint. You could be one of those people that achieve 16,500 Rand in their first month, or you might be one of those people that achieve just the first milestone of creating 165 Rand. But it's a lot more money than you were receiving last month, and that's the aim. Go out there and change your life month to month. Thank you and good luck.